Hi there, it's Mel here, and today I'm going to talk to you about sugar because it's addictive, right? Well, this is the myth that I'm going to bust for you today. When we look at sugar and the impact on the brain, did you know that it lights up the same neural pathways and the same parts of the brain that cocaine does? Now, we know that cocaine is an addictive substance, so we kind of assume that sugar is, because it's linked to feelings of sort of guilt and shame and disgust. It's seen as a problem food. And also the same language is used. It's like this evil white powder, that sugar is the devil. And so we need to we feel out of control with it, I guess. Now, when we look at addiction, there are two types of addiction. There is substance addiction. Now, this is where cocaine fits in, okay? Now, substance addiction means that there is an incredibly strong desire to have something despite knowing there are going to be harmful consequences. That people will experience withdrawal symptoms, will experience cravings, will feel out of control if they don't have their regular fix, okay? Sugar is not put into that category. Sugar actually comes into behavioural addiction, and it's not just sugar. Food in general comes under behavioural addiction, so it's not a true addiction that we might assume in terms of a chemical role here. Behavioural addiction also includes things like addiction to mobile phone, addiction to the internet, pathological gambling, those sorts of things. There is a behavioural response going on here. So what's happening with behavioural addiction centres around a hormone called dopamine, okay? Dopamine is one of our feel-good hormones that helps our body learn to adjust our behaviour and recreate experiences that make us feel good. So when we were younger, we might have, let's say, fallen over as a child, been given a biscuit or a lollipop or a piece of cake to make us feel better, to stop us crying, to make us shut up, to sort of help the tears go away. It's those sorts of experiences that have happened through our childhood that have helped our body tap into the fact that maybe certain types of food, let's say sweet foods, can make us feel better, they're more comforting. Now, the mobile phone industry and the internet know this completely. They are not stupid. The reason that we get addicted to our phone is through a behavioural reaction, because picking up our phone can often make us feel good in some sense or another. So dopamine teaches us to associate certain behaviours with a reward. Okay, it's a reward system going on here. Now, when we eat, we have food, we are meant to enjoy it. We are meant to like it. It's meant to taste good. Having sweet food is okay. It's not a bad thing. Now, when we have this feel-good feeling, okay, what should tend to happen is that when our tummy starts to fill up because we're having something to eat, what should happen is that the stretching of the stomach helps to depress the release of dopamine from our body, okay? Now, because many of us are living in a sort of distracted environment, many of us are mindlessly eating, have really no idea or no skill how to tap into our own body, and are not sensitive to hunger and fullness cues, it's very easy for us to overeat and to binge. So when we have, let's say, we open up the packet of biscuits, or we have the first row of chocolate on the bar, in our head we're going to go, I only need a little bit, that's fine. But your head is going, oh no, but that makes you feel good. Have some more. Look, it's calling to you from the fridge or the cupboard. And when we're not very in tune to our digestive signals, even though we might be physically full, our brain's going, oh no, I want more dopamine, please give me more dopamine. It makes me feel great. And then your body is working to get this dopamine response, but ultimately you end up binging or overeating, and then you feel a bit shit about it at the end. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is that sugar cravings, this desire for sugar and sweet stuff, it's not all bad. We are meant to enjoy food. If you feel you're out of control with your eating, do you know what? It might be because you've eliminated or deprived yourself of certain foods, because that will very much increase the dopamine drive in your brain. So in other words, when you tell yourself you can't have something, you will want it more. By allowing yourself to be open to giving yourself permission to have all foods in your diet, you're less likely to crave them and then build a healthier, more sustainable, balanced relationship with food in your life. That was another long one, but I hope that was helpful. Message me if you want to. I've also written a blog and some notes on my Facebook page, so check them out if you want to read a little bit more about this. See you later, guys.